This video is on real numbers from Exemplar. I have explained exercise 1.2 in two parts. In part 3, I have explained 5 sums from 1 to 5. And in this part 4, I am going to explain next 5 sums from 6 to 10. Now the sixth question is, the numbers 525 and 3000 are both divisible by 3, 5, 15, 25 and 75. What is HCF of 525 and 3000? Justify your answer. Now what we have seen, if we check 525 and 3000, they are divisible by 3. They are divisible by 5. Both are divisible by 15. They both are divisible by 25. They are divisible by 75. Now what we have seen here, 3 is a number which divides both the numbers. 5 is a number which divides both the numbers. Similarly, 15, 25, 75 is the number which divides both the numbers. What we are to find? HCF of 525 and 3000. Now, first of all, we understand what's the meaning of HCF. HCF is highest common factor. So, highest common factor is 75. 75 is a number which is highest and which divides both the numbers. So, HCF of 525 and 3000 is 75. This is the number which divides both the numbers. So this is the highest common factor. Now the seventh question is, explain why 3 into 5 into 7 plus 7 is a composite number. So by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, we know every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes. Let me write here. We know every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes. 3 into 5 into 7 plus 7. Let me check whether we can express it as a product of primes. Now take 7 common. I'll have 3 into 5 plus 1 in the bracket. 7, this is 15 plus 1. This is 7 into 16. That is equal to 7 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So we have written it as a product of primes. So it means 3 into 5 into 7 plus 7 is a composite number. So this is written as a product of primes. So that is why it is a composite number. Now the eighth question is, can two numbers have 18 as their HCF and 380 as their LCM? Give reasons. Now the question is, does there exist such two numbers which has 18 as their HCF and 380 as their LCM? Its answer is no. Because we know HCF of two numbers must be a factor of LCM of two numbers. I'll write it here. Here 18 is not a factor of 380. It means 18 doesn't divide 380. So there exist no such two numbers which have 18 as their HCF and 380 as their LCM. So answer is no. Now the ninth question is, without actually performing the long division, find if 987 upon 10,500 will have a terminating or a non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. Give reasons for your answer. Now what this question says, now we have to check whether this rational number 987 upon 10,500 have a terminating decimal expansion or a non-terminating repeated decimal expansion. Now how you will do it? Now this is a rational number. So we will say P by Q is equal to 987 upon 10,500. So let us see whether we can cut these numbers. Cut this with 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 3 9s are 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15, 0 0. 3, 7. 7 fours are 28, 7 sevens are 7 fives are 0, 0. First, make them co-prime, 47 by 500. So P and Q should be co-prime. Or you can also say, divide numerator and denominator by 21. You will get 47 by 500 and they are co-prime. Now, this is P, this is Q. Factorize Q. Now, prime factorization of 500 is 2 into 2 into 5 into 5 into 5. Now, this is the prime factorization of 500. So this is equal to 47 upon 2 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3. Now this is equal to 2 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3. And now we know when the prime factorization of Q is of the form 2 raised to power m and 5 raised to power n, where m and n are non-negative integers, then the rational number has a terminating decimal expansion. I'll write it here. When prime factorization of Q is of the form 2 raised to power m into 5 raised to power n, where m and n are non-negative integers, then the rational number has terminating decimal expansion. Let me find the decimal expansion of this rational number. This is 47 upon 2 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3. I am to make this denominator 10 raised to power 3. For that, I'll multiply by 2 and divide by 2. So I'll have 94 upon 2 raised to power 3, 5 raised to power 3. It means 94 upon 10 raised to power 3. It means 94 upon 1000. That is 0.094. So this is the decimal expansion. Now the 10th question is, a rational number in its decimal expansion is 327.7081. What can you say about the prime factors of Q when the number is expressed in the form of P by Q? Give reasons. Now we know this is a terminating decimal number. So it can be written in the form of P by Q. Now this can be written in this form. And this is equal to P by Q. This is a rational number. This can be written in the form of P by Q. Since we know that this is a terminating decimal number, so here Q must be of the form 2 raised to power m and 5 raised to power n, where m and n are non-negative integers. You can also say m and n are natural numbers. Let me check it. See, 10,000 can be written as 2 raised to power 4 into 5 raised to power 4. So I have checked it here. Q can be written in the form of 2 raised to power m and 5 raised to power n. And where m and n are natural numbers. Here m is 4, n is 4. Whenever you have a terminating decimal expansion, then factors of denominator will be of the form 2 raised to power m and 5 raised to power n. Here I finishes the 4th part. In the next part, I'm going to start 1.3 exercise.